All right, Gordon, I say go ahead.
Okay, good evening. This is a call to order for the September meeting for the Recreation and Parks Commission. Just for the record, Ms. Davenport, can you call the roll so we know who's present and who isn't?
Laura, you're on mute.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Gordon Darrow.
Yeah, Gordon Darrow here.
Commissioner Darren White.
Yes, Commissioner Darren White is here.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Gordon Darrow.
Yeah, Gordon Darrow here.
Commissioner Byron Ains.
Commissioner Byron Ains here.
Commissioner Derek Clark.
Commissioner Derek Clark here.
Commissioner Mike Sad.
Commissioner Michael Sad is present.
Commissioner Montez Bishop.
Commissioner Montez Bishop here.
And Commissioner Deborah Shepard.
Commissioner Deborah Shepard present.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any introductions to be made tonight?
No, sir.
Okay. We'll move along. If I can get a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Darren White, so moved.
Commissioner Byron Ains, second.
And Ms. Davenport, if you can call the roll.
I just got a message from Laura. She's now having trouble hearing anybody.
Do you want me to go? Who wants to go through the roll call?
Commissioner Darren White, yay.
There we go. All right, she says she's back on.
Okay.
Laura, are you there?
I am.
Okay, we're calling a roll right now for the approval of the agenda. It's been properly motioned and seconded.
Okay, can you tell me who it was motioned by, please?
I believe it was motioned by Darren White and seconded by Byron Ains.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Commissioner Gordon Darrow, yay or nay?
Commissioner Darrow, yay.
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay or nay?
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay.
Commissioner Darren White, yay or nay?
Commissioner Darren White, yay.
Commissioner Derek Clark.
Commissioner Derek Clark, yay.
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay or nay?
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay.
Commissioner Deborah Shepard, yay or nay?
Commissioner Deborah Shepard, yay.
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay or nay?
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay.
Okay.
All right. We will move on to the approval of the minutes. If you haven't had a chance to look over, if you need a little bit to look over them, we can do that. But if everyone's ready, whoever wants to make a motion.
Commissioner Darren White, so moved that we accept the minutes.
Commissioner Byron Ains, second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. If Ms. Davenport would like to call the roll.
Commissioner Gordon Darrow, yay or nay?
Commissioner Gordon Darrow, yay.
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay or nay?
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay.
Commissioner Darren White, yay or nay?
Yay.
Commissioner Derek Clark, yay or nay?
Commissioner Derek Clark, yay.
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay or nay?
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay.
Commissioner Deborah Shepard, yay or nay?
Commissioner Deborah Shepard, yay.
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay or nay?
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay.
Okay.
All right, we will move on to, I'm assuming since there were no introductions, we have no public comments tonight. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, let's move on to the Director's Monthly Report. Director Octagon, if you'd like to give your report, please.
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Dara. Thank you for everyone for joining us tonight. Not exactly how we had envisioned this to work out, but we're gonna make the best of it, and I appreciate you working with us through the technical challenges of Zoom and webinar. But I got to say, although we're still virtual, it is very good to I can't say see everyone, but at least be here tonight. Kind of give you an update of where we are with our department. I do want to welcome Commissioner Deborah Shepard and Montez Bishop to our meeting tonight, who were both appointed to the commission in August. Councilmember Daniels is unable to attend tonight's meeting, but also wanted to send a warm welcome to our commissioners, our new commissioners. I met recently with Deborah and Montez, and they will they both bring a lot of experience to the commission as a group, and I'm sure will be and are very involved in the community. So they'll bring a lot of experience to this commission, and will certainly help us move forward with several initiatives as we work through the next several years. I look forward to working with them as commissioners, but also in other capacities with our department in the future. So they'll certainly bring a lot of opportunity for our department. As far as commission meetings, a few changes have been made since our last meeting in July. Of course, we will continue meeting virtually until further notice due to the increase of COVID-19 cases within our community. But we look forward to the time we can meet in person again. Obviously, in the next few meetings, we'll certainly get this video issue resolved as well. Also, the meetings, as I mentioned before, the meetings will not be televised on GTV9 in the future, but will be streamed on the City of Greenville's YouTube channel when virtual. Once the commission is able to meet in person, the meeting location will be rotated around the various recreation parks facilities instead of City Hall. This will give commissioners a chance to visit the different facilities in our park system and experience some of the programming taking place. This gives a chance for us to, for you as a commissioner to see our facilities in action. Like, for example, if we're meeting at South Greenville, there will be kids in the gym, in the computer lab, and so forth. So this will give you a chance to really see it in action. And our staff are very excited about that change and look forward to hosting you in the future and sharing more about what they do at their respective facilities and program areas. Tonight, you will get an update on Wildwood Park from Parks Planner Mark Nottingham. Mark has been working nonstop on phase 1 improvements for the park, which are about complete, as well as finalizing the park development plan, which will be presented tonight for your recommendation. With the improvements almost complete, Recreation Superintendent Heather White has been leading the efforts to plan a ribbon cutting ceremony and a separate community event to officially open the park to the public. She will have more details about the opening festivities in her presentation, and we hope each of you are able to attend the opening ceremony, which will be held October 15th. Each of you will receive an official invitation in the coming weeks, but Heather will provide details of what her and her team have been planning so far. Speaking of our Recreation Parks team, this past August, the city hosted the Little League Softball World Series at Elm Street Park. The city of Greenville welcomed 10 teams and their families from across the country to compete for the championship. Although the tournament had some modifications due to COVID restrictions, it was a great event that took many to make happen. From various City of Greenville staff to volunteers throughout the community, the effort was there to make this a great tournament. I cannot be more proud of the efforts of our Recreation Parks employees who helped make this tournament happen as well. Not only did our department help make the tournament happen, but also we, of course, continued our services as we normally would, even during the event. So our team really worked hard to make this event special for all the families visiting Greenville, and we look forward to hosting the tournament again next August. Staff continue to work on various initiatives within our department. Some of the initiatives include projects that you'll hear about tonight and others you'll hear about in the future. Other initiatives include new community outreach programs, special events, athletic programming, various art programs at the Center for Arts and Crafts, and of course, routine maintenance taking place at all parks facilities. This will be a busy fall for our staff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they all can accomplish. We will be keeping a close eye on COVID-19 and the cases within our community, as well as listening to advice from our local and state health officials to ensure that we're putting together a safe plan for our staff as well as our participants. In the next couple commission meetings, these initiatives will be highlighted along with the staff responsible for the initiative. We have a great recreation parks team, and we look forward to sharing with you the services provided by the citizens for the citizens of Greenville. If you ever have a question about a service organized by our department, staff, or one of the many projects being managed, please do not hesitate to reach out to us and ask a question. We want to keep you informed as a commission and glad to have your feedback and also provide you opportunity to ask questions at any point that you feel the need to. That completes my report, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that there may be.
Okay, no one has any questions. We'll move on to the staff reports. First up is Superintendent White.
Hey, good evening, Commission. Thank you for this time to present some information to you. So the first thing that I would like to share with you is our Field of Honor install. The Field of Honor will be installed at Town Common on September 9th with an alternate rain date of September the 10th. Opening ceremony will be held at 4:30 on September 10th, and the field will remain in place through November the 13th. If interested in purchasing a flag, or if you know someone who may be interested, this year they will be purchased online, and they can visit greenvilleflagfield.com for additional information. Along with the opening of the Field of Honor this week, the City of Greenville will also be remembering the 20th anniversary of 9/11 at Town Common. To signify that we remember as a city, a 5x8 American flag will be displayed vertically on the cross beams of our pedestrian bridge. Our bridge lights will be lighted red, white, and blue Thursday through Sunday of this week, and 2 flags will be placed on the right side of the greenway as you walk toward the bridge from Town Common, and the flags will honor our first responders and all the other lives that were lost on September 11th in 2001. In addition, Mayor Connolly will place a wreath in between the 2 flags honoring the lives lost. The wreath ceremony will take place Friday morning, and this will be documented on film by Kelvin Thomas with our city's public information office. The video will then be shared on our social media platforms in the city on Saturday morning, remembering the 9/11 20 years ago. The Recreation and Parks Department is also excited to share with you, as Don mentioned earlier in his report, our ribbon cutting ceremony for Wildwood Park. So you are officially invited to attend the Wildwood Park ribbon cutting ceremony that will be held on Friday, October the 15th, later in the afternoon. We will also send you a formal invitation with all the details to follow in the next few weeks, but just wanted to make that announcement this evening. We also, in addition to that, are excited to invite you, your families, along with the community and any others who you would like to invite to showcase the official opening of the Wildwood Park to our opening day event. This event will be held on Saturday, October the 16th, following the Friday of the ribbon cutting, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and will feature a live band performance, some inflatables, water sport activities, some arts and crafts for our children, camping platform demonstration, trail showcase, food trucks, a beer garden, and of course, just taking in the natural beauty of the park space. After the event, the park will then be officially open to the public for enjoyment. And lastly, this evening, if there are no questions, I will be turning this over to our specialized recreation staff. We will be adding back to our monthly meetings our program area presentations. And so are there any questions for me at this time?
Just a quick question, Heather. I didn't catch the time on Friday the 10th for the Field of Honors, the Town Commons. What time was that going to be?
On the 10th for the opening ceremony?
Yeah.
That'll be at 4:30.
4:30. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Any additional questions? All right. Thank you so much for your time this evening. And tonight I'll be turning it over to Brent Harp and Cam McFarland. They join us from our specialized recreation department. So Brent and Cam.
Hey everyone, thanks for having us tonight. Thank you, Heather, for the introduction. We are working on getting our PowerPoint pulled up.
Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'm Brent Harp. I am the Specialized Recreation Supervisor at the Drew Still Center.
I am Cam McFarland. I'm the Specialized Recreation Assistant, also at the Drew Still Center.
Cam and I supervise all the programs, all the recreation programs for people with disabilities. It's been a tough year working with people with disabilities because of COVID. We have not had any Special Olympic events since February that have been in person. However, we have had to adapt a lot of programs, and we've had a really exciting past year and a half with some programs that we've created. So Cam's going to talk to you guys a little bit about our Adventure Awaits program, which is also known as our mini camp.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing real quick and then pull it back up after I start the slideshow. Trying to figure out. Why it won't play. There we go. All right, there we go. I think we're good now. All right, so like Brent said, this is our mini camps. We chose to be a little bit more cautious with working with our special populations. We broke it down. Half the day was for our campers between the ages of 5 and 12. And then the second half of the day was for our campers ages 13 to 21. We stayed in Greenville, going to all of our great parks and facilities, using other staff in other areas, such as like River Park North, to make sure that we had fun activities all summer long, going to the pool. As you can see, we had a lot of smiles in these pictures. We made a lot of kids happy. We had roughly 25, 30 participants throughout the summer for all 8 weeks. So for us, we feel like that was a big success. We were able to make a lot of kids happy this summer after a rough year. Moving on. This is our creative arts program, Creative Oasis. We were able to take 12 participants for 8 weeks, one session earlier this year, and then one session currently going on. We normally have it in our multi-purpose room, but to promote social distancing, we've moved it into the gym. It's worked out really well. We're still able to provide the program almost as is, or as was, doing all sorts of projects from painting to culinary. We do paper mache. We have some adaptive PE days. Pretty much any sort of creative activity, it's on our radar to do. But we've had two great sessions so far in 2021. In the top right, I guess they're both wearing yellow shirts, but yellow shirt and the black apron, that is our instructor for the program. Her name is Lisa Jordan. She's been with us for many, many years. She is the heart and soul of this program. She won an award for us, I believe, 2019. So she is spectacular.
All right, next up, we have our Dreams program. Our Dreams program is our adult day camp that we have created since COVID has come along. So usually we run Special Olympic programs at night. Unfortunately, most of those have been canceled for in-person activities. So we decided to come up with an adult day program, and it's called Dreams. And we run it here out of the Drew Still Center. We have a capacity of 12 adult participants over the ages of 21. To be honest, it's one of my favorite things I've ever done since I've had this job. It creates a lot of opportunities that our friends would not get outside of our recreation center. We have a really good group of 12 people. We kind of run it like a adult educational time as well. We do a lot of educational games and just trying to keep them on their toes and give them some physical activity as well. We are doing 2 more sessions. We're doing 11 more weeks of Dreams in 2021.
This is our flag football league. It's called the Exceptional Community Football League. It is sponsored by the Carolina Panthers. As you can kind of tell by the jerseys in the pictures, they helped us get those. It's a program for individuals with disabilities, ages 5 to however old you want to be to play flag football. It's ran pretty much just like any other flag football league. We do split them into like age groups. Those can kind of vary, but it's roughly like 5 to 15 and then 15 and older. But yeah, we start the program by working on fundamentals such as catching passes, flag pulling, running through cones for agility. For fun, we like to do some kicking drills. Those can be a lot of fun. They kind of take it as a challenge. Who can kick the most field goals? It's pretty awesome. And then as the season progresses, we start moving into scrimmages and games. We're hopeful that we can have a almost normal season, all things considered. We're really excited. We've limited the numbers, but we think we're going to have a very successful program. This will be our first kind of sports league that we'll be able to offer since COVID started.
All right. And one of the highlights of our year that we are very, very excited about, I received a call a couple months ago from Special Olympics North Carolina in Raleigh. And the picture on the right is from a tournament that we played in Charlotte in November of 2019. And we actually won the gold. We won by 2 points. It was a really close game. Really, really proud of the 9 guys that are on the screen. Myself and Coach Raymond Henderson is there as well. And because we won gold, we actually qualified for the USA Special Olympics Games. And we will be representing Team North Carolina next year at the USA Special Olympics game. The team that is representing basketball will be from Pitt County. And the games happen to be in Disney World. So we will be taking our 9 athletes to Disney World next summer for 8 days, where they will compete against different states in North Carolina and hoping to bring home another gold for the USA Games.
And then just a couple more highlights on our year. As I mentioned earlier, the Carolina Panthers help us with our flag football league. We apply for a grant through them. We did receive that again this year. It's the Carolina Panthers Foundation Challenger Flag Football League grant. A lot of words right there. And then I believe we got this grant in years past, and we were eligible to apply again. That would be through the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation. We applied for $16,000 and we're awarded $16,000. So we plan on using that money to buy some kind of recreational adaptive equipment, such as like wheelchairs that would be, make things a little more accessible for our friends outdoors in like rough terrain. Such as like River Park North, like taking them through the trails, or Wildwood through the trails. But yeah, those were some of our highlights from 2021.
Yeah. And the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, like Cam was saying, was also responsible for donating our paramobiles. So we definitely owe them a big thank you, and it's a great thing that they're doing. But that's about all we have. Please let me know if anyone has any questions.
This is Commissioner Deborah Shepherd. I don't have any questions, but I do want to say that was an awesome report. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Next report will be from Superintendent Dean Foy.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Commission. First of all, I'd like to say that Cam and Brent really have a passion for the population they serve, that it's making an indelible mark, not only on participants, but also on the staff. And I always enjoy talking with them about all the things that are going on. A brief update tonight is, some of y'all may know, I've mentioned before, our facility manager, Steve Warner, will be retiring at the end of this month, September 30th. He's been in that position for about 12 and a half years. So as you can well imagine, that when Steve walks out the door, a good bit of historic knowledge is going with him. But wanted to let y'all know that we have a transition plan in place. We're currently making that operational to ensure continuity of services. And Steve is looking forward to a new chapter. I think everybody's looking forward to a new chapter because, you know, change is inevitable, but change is also good. So I wanted to mention that to you, let y'all know that we're on top of it. You can still expect to see the same beautiful parks that you've been seeing. We've got a lot of talented staff that's going to be still on board with us. And I'll entertain any questions you might have.
All right. Thank you, Dean. We will move on now to the Parks Planner, Mark Nottingham.
Okay, great. Thanks for everybody's time tonight. Wish y'all could, see my face so you know who you're talking to for the new commissioners. My name is Mark Nottingham. Handle majority of the capital improvement projects for the department, and just want to give you a quick update on a couple of the projects we have going on right now. Hadn't planned to show this slide, but as far as the update for our new community pool, this is going. The location is at Thomas Warren Park, the corner of West 5th and Memorial, in between Nash and 4th Street as well. We were able to fund a 6-lane, 6 lap lane pool. This will have a 0 depth entry with water slide. There'll be about 16-foot tall water slide. Redoing our parking lot there as well to add more spaces. And it'll have a nice bathhouse facility as well. So looking forward to that. It's under construction now. A lot of site work is going on. We had to raise the level of the ground, even with the parking lot. So the contractor has finished a retaining wall and brought in many loads of dirt. So now we have a level site, working through some stormwater improvements. And then shortly, we'll see a foundation come together for the bathhouse. And share another picture, give you an update on where we are with Wildwood. This was taken probably about a month ago or so. Don't have any updated drone shots of the park. But just to provide you an update on where we are currently with development. Phase 1 improvements included a parking lot, the 135 parking spaces. You can kind of see the general layout of that parking lot there. So, a network of sidewalks. And then closer to the lake, you'll see a sidewalk and ramp that goes down to the lake, and we have installed a floating dock in that location with 3 boat slips and a canoe kayak launch. In addition, we've got a waterfront camping platform being constructed on the northern shore of that lake. That is almost completed with construction. So while we're working on phase 1 construction improvements, just to be able to open the park to the public, we're designing some phase 2 improvements. Those are mostly related to trail connections so we can access more sections of the park. So we've got some boardwalks and bridges that are being designed, and we're about 60% through that design phase. And in addition to the bridges and boardwalks being designed, the same team is also working on an observation tower. It'll be located in the lake, be about 120 feet tall, be connected back to the bank with a bridge. And some more exciting news, we're about to kick off some design and then construction of some mountain bike trails and a mountain bike skills course at Wildwood Park. That's thanks to continued private support from the community, and we're very excited about getting started on that. So those are a couple updates on our major capital projects going on. I'd like to entertain any questions if there are any.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. That was a good update on Wildwood. Now we're moving on to new business, and Director Octagon, if you want to tell us what that's about.
Sure. Part of Park's responsibilities, if you've heard, is Wildwood Park, and we've been working with McGill Associates on drafting a Wildwood Park development plan to help us focus on what we want to, what the park's going to look like in the future, what amenities, what park structures, has opinion, basically probable cost of some of these amenities. So essentially, we've been working with them to develop this plan, and what we're asking Commission tonight is to review the plan that Mark's about to present, and then be glad to answer any questions. And then, if we can, have a motion to recommend this plan, which will be presented to City Council in October. So I will turn it over to Mark.
Thanks, Don. So as you mentioned, we've been working on a development plan for the park. Just to give you a little bit of background on the project and the park itself, we acquired the east side parcels in December of 2019, and then the west side of Wildwood Park in February of this year. That's largely possible through a generous donation from Great White Boats. Big supporter of the park, and look forward to working with them in the future on other amenities as well. So now that we have the 365 acres of parkland, we needed to get a comprehensive plan together for how we're going to develop it. That's when we started working with McGill Associates on a development plan. So one of the most important pieces of the plan is to get community's input on what kind of amenities they'd like to see at the park, and some amenities that maybe we're lacking as a department in other places as well. So it's kind of a recreational needs survey that goes out, and that was published March through May of this year. And we received 900 responses representing about 1,600 individuals. Then we had a couple of public meetings held as well at Town Common. It's, COVID made it, a little bit more challenging to, get public input, but I think we did a decent job on that. And we also had 5 focus group meetings that were held. So in addition, we had some input from city staff, and then now we had a draft plan tonight. Hopefully had a chance to review that plan, and then we plan to take it to City Council in October. So some of the focus groups that we reached out to represented economic development, greenways and trail users, water sports, action sports, and our Recreation Parks Commission. So after we gathered all the feedback on what everyone wants to see, we kind of had a list of things that we needed to have included in the development plan. And I think we've done a good job of having all those items addressed in the plan. Here's the overview of the park plan. It's kind of hard to see zoomed out like this. We'll zoom in on each side here in a second. Just want to get everyone orientated with where the park is and how it's laid out. So it's on the north side of the Tar River. Most people are familiar with Hastings Ford. It's across the Tar River. That Hastings Ford park will be located on either side of the highway. This is the east side of the park. You saw an aerial view a second ago of where the phase 1 parking lot is going right now, where the floating dock is. We're also proposing to have a restroom facility located between the 2 existing shelters. Then if we start up here along Old Pactolus Road, we're proposing a additional parking lot because we do anticipate the park serving for large events. This parking lot would also service the planned playground, shown here is number 13, and a community building. Restrooms here is 14. And then if you go towards the highway, this is the area where the bicycle skills course will be located. And then there will be an access drive to a boat ramp to provide boats access to the lake, which is also connected to the Tar River. Then there'll be some boat and trailer parking located here as well at number 11. So back towards where the existing shelters are, you can see the observation tower here labeled as number 1. Trails, the perimeter trail was improved and is existing now. It goes almost all the way around the lake. So then it connects to some ropes courses and zip line that's proposed. And then a lot of the single track mountain bike trails will be located in this general vicinity. There's some boardwalks and trail connections and bridges that are currently being designed. Will bridge the span of the stream that connects the river to the lake and the park. Then that trail brings you back up to where the connection will be between the 2 sides of the park. So we'll have a raised concrete walkway underneath the existing highway bridges there. That connects 2 sides of the park, and the west side of the park has a network of existing trails and the dash yellow lines. It also has a camping area shown for tent and cabin style camping with a restroom facility there and parking. And we also have a parking and community building shown to support a future cable wake park. And linking it all together is another boardwalk connection back to newly constructed trail at River Park North. So connecting the 365 acres of Wildwood Park, through a network of trails all the way back to River Park North is going to be quite the network of trails. So with that, we are looking for a recommendation tonight to take to City Council. I'd be glad to entertain any questions on the development plan.
Yes, sir. This is Mike Sad. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, doing well.
Can you go back to slide number 7, please?
Sure.
Yeah, I was just curious on the boat ramp, if you could just kind of tell us a little more about it. Like, is that going to be for canoes, kayaks, paddle boards, or more for power boats? And I thought I recalled seeing like a canoe launch somewhere. Your markings 4, 5, or 6, somewhere in that region. I'm probably wrong, but
right.
If you could just kind of talk about that.
Sure. No, you're correct. We do have an existing canoe kayak launch that's attached to our floating dock that was just installed right by the shelters. So the boat ramp shown over here, number 8, would be more for your motorized boats. This would be a no wake zone due to the canoe kayak launch, and then we're having a swim beach over here as well. In addition to the water depth, we don't feel it's conducive to jet skis or boats just kind of zooming around in there. But it is nice. We don't have a whole lot of boat access points on the Tar River in this general vicinity other than Port Terminal, which is highly utilized. So we have received some requests for a boat ramp on the plan. So that's what we've done here.
Right. Just for a little feedback, I've done very little canoeing, kayaking on the river. It's awesome. I'd like to do more of it. I do have a motorboat, and I've been on the river over the last few months, and it's nice to see the canoers and kayakers and paddle boarders, and I try to be a good neighbor and not leave a big wake when I go near them. In this area, I could see, and I would love, I'm excited to have more access to the river. We certainly don't have enough access to the river, but it does, just a little feedback, when we get, like, if I put in a Port Terminal and I head east, it's, motorboating is just a lot more normal, and there's a lot less canoers and kayakers and paddleboarders in that region. But if you go put in Port Terminal and head west, it's like I've got a 22-foot boat, so there's no issue until you get to about the town commons, last I recall, and then that's when it starts getting a little more shallow. But I would be worried if I put my motor, and I would enjoy having the opportunity to put the motorboat in here, even though we got Port Terminal, and we definitely need more access, no question about it. But I would be concerned if I put it in here. I would definitely try to be conscientious of not leaving a wake, because this place is clearly geared towards canoers, kayakers, paddleboarders. So I'm not sure how we would monitor people leaving a wake in here. I don't know if the state game warden would be doing that, or I guess it would be Parks and Recs people, but I guess you guys would need a boat to track somebody down, and that would be really a kind of a jerky move for someone to leave a wake in here, because anyone with any sense would know you don't leave a wake in a small area like this. But anyway, it is a little bit of a concern. Glad to have the access. Just, I know that's going to be kind of a management issue down the road. And if the public would just respect it, it'd be great, because I'd love to go fishing back in here, and I definitely plan on fishing back in here, because we need more space to go fishing. So that's just, and people should be using trolling motors in this area. So just a little food for thought, but glad to have the access here, and looking forward to doing some bass fishing in this area. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We do spend some time out there, overseeing the construction. I have seen, a few bass boats in there, the smaller center consoles, and haven't seen an issue yet with the wake. So we'll see how it goes, when we are able to put that boat ramp in. But we'll probably start with some no wake zone buoys and go from there.
And I think most of the people that are enjoying it have enough sense not to do that. And it's sad to get punished for the few anomalies, but I'm sure that's not going to be an issue. Just glad to have the access, though. Thanks for thinking of that.
Yes, sir.
Just to kind of piggyback off of what Mike said, you have a 22-foot boat, Mike?
That's right. I don't get on it enough, but that's right.
Okay. How is that access from Wildwood, from the lake into the river? Is that a suitable, just from this diagram? And I know it's just a good diagram, but it looks like an awfully small, narrow, and I don't know how deep it is to get from there to the Tar River.
I've had friends that have made that trek. I don't want to comment because I haven't done it. I think I did it 20 years ago, but I really don't honestly recall. I know I've seen boats in there, so I'm sure it's a little tight, but I hate to. Maybe Mark knows a little more about that.
Yeah, can you comment on that, Mark? Is that something that's going to have to be dredged out or widened, or is it good just as it is?
I'd feel comfortable in a 21-foot boat through there, or about that size. The depth, as long as the river level is, probably 4.5 feet, judging by the gauge at Town Common, the depth shouldn't be an issue. It ranges anywhere from 2.5 feet to 4 feet through that channel. The width, it isn't too bad either. The biggest issue right now is trees that have fallen in there, and you kind of have to zigzag through there. But we are meeting with Pitt County Soil and Water Conservation District. They've received some grant funds to do some snagging work, and that involves removing those types of obstacles from areas, like this. So they're looking at a section of Tar River to include Wildwood Park, and hoping to have that done in the very near future. So it will improve the access greatly.
Hey, going off of that same question, I'm just curious, would boaters have access to the west side of the park where the sand pits used to be? Or is that a future option?
That will probably be more available for, paddle sports. You can bring, canoe or kayak in, since that lake isn't typically or normally connected to the Tar River, only during those high flood events.
That makes sense. And I'll tell you one last comment. I was just noticing the road from number 12, the main parking lot, and then it looks like it heads west. And then there's like a 90-degree turn right by 11, the boat parking lot. And I'm sure when you guys start building it, this won't be an issue, but just a small concerns, is when you've got a trailer, it's hard to make a really sharp turn. If you do, sometimes you kind of, drive over the curb or something. I doubt there'll be any curb here, but if all the turns are soft, it'll just, it'll make it easier for boaters. Pulling a trailer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll definitely take a close look at, how that traffic flows through there. This is kind of just placeholders for where we'd like to see things or where they'll probably work best. So, definitely appreciate that comment.
I can't wait to start using it. That's awesome. Thanks so much.
I have a question. With the canoeing and kayaking and a host of other water activities, are there any safety measures in place? Will there be any life vests there, life jackets?
So we're hoping to partner with the water sports vendor, Riverside Recreation, to provide, the canoes and kayak rentals. And they typically provide, the life jackets and that type of thing. We don't anticipate staffing with lifeguards out there, though.
Okay.
And I think they'll also are planning or talked about providing some, water-based safety courses out there as well.
Hello, Mark.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Commissioner White. Number 10, the performance stage and everything. I just got this vision that I would love to see, like some jazz concerts and maybe some small group bands to come here. Is that stage sort of like the same size as the one at the Town Common, or is that going to be one that can kind of host some big name bands? And would that seating area host a certain number of people where if you have a concert, somebody can break even if they bring a promoter here that wants to bring like David Sanborn, somebody like that here? Tell me a little bit more about that performance stage. And I might have missed it. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't really cover too much of it. Kind of in the early stage of development here, and we don't want to compete with town common. We want to have something, slightly different. I think this would be envisioned as more of a more intimate, type venue that's, nestled in the trees. As far as whether, it's kind of fenced off for ticketed events, I think that's something we'll have to consider when it's being designed. I think we'll probably end up reaching out to the commission for sure as far as guidance on things like that and how we should set that venue up.
I think this is a perfect opportunity to get it right. They got one in Cary where I go up for concerts. I think it's called Walnut Creek or something.
Talk about Cocoa Booth and Cary.
Yeah, man, I'm envisioning something like this where you're looking over the water behind the performers. Like, we got to get something here where we can entertain people. People are leaving the city of Greenville to go get entertainment.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping we get this right here, right? We don't, of course, not going to have concerts every weekend, but if we wanted to bring somebody here that can entertain the people and not have to go to Raleigh or Charlotte for concerts or Virginia, that would be great. I mean, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to get this one here right.
Yeah. I mean, the city is working towards, improvements in town common as well. So if you're interested in that, I'd check out the council meeting tomorrow night for a presentation.
Okay. I'll definitely check that out because I'm getting a little bit older and I'm tired of driving up and down the road,
Me too.
I feel you. All right. Any other questions on the Wildwood Park Development Plan? Okay, Mark, you need from us a vote on the recommendation.
Yes, sir. Recommendation for plan approval to the city council.
Okay. If somebody would like to make that motion.
I'd like to make a motion. We approve the recommendation to forward to the city council.
Can we get a second?
Commissioner Derek Clark, second.
Any discussion? Ms. Davenport, if you want to call the roll.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Gordon Darrah, yay or nay?
Commissioner Gordon Darrah, yay.
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay or nay?
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay.
Commissioner Darren White, yay or nay? Commissioner Derek Clark, yay or nay?
Commissioner Derek Clark, yay.
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay or nay?
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay.
Commissioner Deborah Shepherd, yay or nay?
Commissioner Deborah Shepherd, yay.
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay or nay?
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay.
Thank you.
We're moving on to comments from commissioners, and I'm going to pick randomly. Mike, if you would like to start us off.
Just want to say thank you guys for all the hard work and beautiful plans there, Mark. Excited about the new park, Wildwood, and excited to spend some time out there. And Don, hope all is well, and Lauren, thank you for all your hard work, and have a great week.
All right, thank you. Byron?
Yeah, I'd like to welcome our new commissioners. I look forward to meeting Ms. Shepherd and Mr. Bishop in person, hopefully sometime soon. I really enjoyed the presentation of particularly the news about the county team representing the state of North Carolina in the Special Olympics Basketball League. That's really exciting. I recognized a few familiar faces in that photo, so I'm really pumped for those guys that they get that opportunity. and I look forward to hearing more about how that goes. It was really awesome to see our city on the national spotlight this past month with the Softball Little League, and I know that was a tremendous effort by lots of people, but really a lot from our Rec and Park staff, so I appreciate all the hard work that went into that. And I also echo Commissioner Sad's comments. I'm looking forward to the Wildwood Park opening up and activating the river. Some exciting things happening here in Greenville. So thank you all for your hard work.
Okay, Derek Clark.
Yeah, just want to welcome Commissioner Deborah Shepard and Commissioner Montez Bishop. Welcome to the commissions and for all the hard work that everybody else is doing. Very, very commendable. Keep up the good work and the progress, and also just to highlight that sporting event as far as the Special Olympics and stuff like that. Man, I'm always excited about Greenville sports because I got a sports background and I like to see us win in the city. Just commend everybody on doing a great job.
Thank you. Commissioner Shepard.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for having me and Mr. Bishop on the commission. Looking forward to learning more about this commission and what we can do to grow the city, and also getting to know each and every one of you. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. Commissioner Bishop.
I just want to say thank each and every one of you for the warm welcome. I've heard a lot of great things that made me smile throughout this meeting. Wildwood is going to be great. I'm loving this idea. What's coming into existence. And I also love mentoring is my passion. And so I'm loving the gentleman who spoke earlier about all of the great things that they're doing with our special needs population and with our young people. And so I'm just eager and ready to, jump aboard, man, and just, go to work. And just thank you for having me.
Thank you. Commissioner White.
Yes, I too would like to welcome the two new commissioners to the board. I'm looking forward to working with them. I'd like to take this time to thank Don and his staff for having such a vision for this city. And I'm going to challenge you guys to continue to think outside the box and stuff. And I think that's what we all want. Like we say, we want the city to win. And as we continue to travel and see things out there, I'm going to bring it back to the city. We may be able to do something, we may not be able to do something, but I want to see the city have the first class, all-inclusive park system that it can have. And so thank you guys. Continue to work hard, and we look forward to seeing y'all in the near future.
Thank you. I would like to thank Brett and Cam on the great job they're doing with the specialized recreation and the presentation they made tonight. Again, I too am excited about Wildwood and the opening and everything that's going on out there. I think Don and Dean and Heather, Mark, everyone's just doing a super job. I too would like to welcome Commissioner Deborah Shepard and Montez Bishop. I look forward to seeing you in person sometime in the near future. And I don't think Councilmember Daniels is on tonight. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
She was unable to attend.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
With that, we will move on to an adjournment. Our next meeting would be Wednesday, October the 13th at 5:30 via Zoom. If I could get a motion to adjourn. And a second.
Commissioner Clark, second.
Thank you. Ms. Davenport, if you'd like to call the roll.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Gordon Darrow, yay or nay?
Commissioner Gordon Darrow, yay.
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay or nay?
Commissioner Byron Ains, yay.
Commissioner Darren White, yay or nay? Commissioner Derek Clark, yay or nay?
Commissioner Derek Clark, yay.
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay or nay?
Commissioner Montez Bishop, yay.
Commissioner Deborah Shepherd, yay or nay?
Commissioner Deborah Shepherd, yay.
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay or nay?
Commissioner Mike Sad, yay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for the good meeting.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.